Hey everybody, what's up? Alpha here. I'm going to do a review on the new episode of Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon Crystal. In other words, you could call it Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Crystal. Now, this episode right here was pretty nice, you know. Sorry if this review came up late. You're right. If you guys kept up with me, I kind of did stay up late just to watch the other anime and so forth. Just woke up around 8:35 and watched Sailor Moon Crystal with my sister. And yeah, let's just get started. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, we see to it that Usagi wakes up having a nightmare, seeing that Chibiusa looks like some grown-up girl going out with Momo-chan and runs away. And then the moment she wakes up, she realizes that she's in a dark place and is greeted by Diamante, or the Dark Prince looking like person, you know. But as time goes on, she eventually was told by Diamante, like, he tells her why he attacked Earth in the first place, because the place was really disgusting, filled with immortality, long lifespans, peace. It was disgusting to him. So by that time, he decides to invade the planet with Black Nemesis' power, and that was not a good sign, because it literally turned Earth into a dark wasteland, and it was terrifying. The only thing that stands before its power is the Silver Crystal's Palace, which is considered to be a safe place here and there. So yeah, it showed a lot of ugly restraints here and there. So after that, we see to it that King Endymion explains to Tuxedo Mask and Venus everything about what was going on. Like, they defeated a man and banished them to a planet called Nemesis, which was a mistake, because eventually that planet became a threat to Earth, but they did not know that right now. There was so much in peace they'd forgotten about like one threat, and therefore they made an attack again, and it's called the Black Moon. And that was not a good sign, because according to here about Black Moon's power, they literally just took everything out. And Prince Diamante, on the other hand, forgot to mention a couple backstories here and there, that he met Small Lady and he was about to attack the child, but when he looked at Neo Queen Serenity, he tried to take her as her own but couldn't do so, and he takes Sailor Moon. He decided to take Usagi, which is Sailor Moon, and forcibly kissed her, which is very, very ugly. Consider that to be rape or something, if anything. Anyways, as the episode progresses on, let's get back to King Endymion's backstory about Black Moon. And after he explained everything, he will try to find a way how to save Sailor Moon and the others. However, like, the only problem is they don't really know where Chibiusa went, which was another issue. They go like, where did Chibiusa go? And they go like, oh dear lord. Another thing too is like King Endymion mentioned like Small Lady, which is Chibiusa, has not been able to grow up. Eventually she stopped growing, and then it looks like her power did not awaken. But he said eventually like it's gonna reawaken itself to Chibiusa's strength eventually. As for Chibiusa, she's been wondering about like how she got bullied by other boys, you know, which was really messed up, because you have no idea how ugly it can be when it comes to royalty here and there, you know. And I just go like, dear lord, it's not a good sign right there. So we see to it that King Endymion decides to talk to Chibiusa, which is being told in Chibiusa's past right now, about like, eventually you're gonna help other people, and that is your role as queen later on in the future. After a couple words here and there, Chibiusa decides to sneak into the palace into a dark corridor and talks to Pluto. And that's when she had her first friend talking to her politely, which is pretty nice. And eventually, when the boys cornered her and teased her about using the Silver Crystal, she literally went inside the Crystal Palace and took the crystal herself. And before then, the Black Moon Clan, or Dark Moon Clan, whatever you want to call them, attacked Earth, and that became terrifying. Chibiusa decides to go to Pluto and have a little talk with her. However, she finds her father there, and he ends up talking to Pluto, and this somehow upsets Chibiusa a bit, because she never seen Pluto smile that way before. I mean, understandable, really understandable, but she became a child and eventually gotten herself into a situation where she ends up running off, and Pluto finds her space-time key and ends up wandering into a darkness pit, which was a bad sign, because eventually she's gonna get into major trouble, which is very bad. Yeah. It ends up with Wiseman reaching out his hand to Chibiusa or something, since he's been watching over her. As for Mars and Mercury and Jupiter, they're okay, but they are about to get killed. Forgot to mention that. Sorry for being very disorganized right now. Just a little tired here and there. So yeah, it ends up with Wiseman reaching his hand out to Chibiusa and says, "Come with me. I'm gonna help you out." And I go like, "Dear Lord, you're gonna be in trouble now, girl." But she was under hypnosis that time too. So overall, this episode came out pretty nice, you know. Well, sharing traits here and there, but guaranteed to heck, like next 2 weeks or so, it's gonna get a little crazy, that's for sure. Anyways, I'm just gonna end it here, people. I hope you had an enjoyment in the episode as much as I did, and I'll see y'all till then. Alright, I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace out. Bye bye.